everyone, we've got another video for you this week, and as you can tell, it's a bit different to normal. I'm sure you've seen the Draw My Life videos before. Well, we're doing that, but with a twist. So this is my testimony via Stickman. I hope you enjoy. Let's start from the very beginning. On July 21st, 1999 at 9:23am, I made my entrance into the world at Wallingford Hospital. Wallingford is a town near Reading, and on my very bad drawing of the UK map, it is vaguely in this area where the dot is. Not long after I was born, I went home to be with my mum, dad, older sister, and there's me as a baby. I was born into a Christian family and was brought up going to a church in the next village where my granddad was the pastor. These triangle things next to the church building are meant to be gravestones, but as you can tell, I'm not the greatest drawer. When I was nearly 5, my mum told us that she was pregnant with baby number 3. Then the following June, my little brother was born, and at the time my grandma was my English teacher, and I remember her taking us home to meet the baby from school one day. After Xander was born, I was coming to the end of my first year at primary school. I remember absolutely loving it and had made loads of new friends. Fast forward a few more years to 2007, not 6 as I've written down there. Mum told us that she was pregnant again. However, because our house was already full, it meant having to move house. I was really sad to be leaving because I loved my house and school. We ended up moving just over 1 hour away to a small village in the middle of the countryside of Wiltshire. We moved house in the summer holidays, so I started a brand new school very soon after moving. The school was very small and everyone was already friends with each other, so I really struggled to join in. Along came a new year and also a new sibling. My sister and I were really happy it was a girl because it meant that we no longer had to dress my brother up as one. I loved having a new addition to the family. I was still struggling at school and didn't have any friends, so felt very alone. One highlight I have of primary school was when I was in year 6. Loads of local schools were asked to go participate in a singing show. So we all went to the Bath Forum and sung songs in front of loads of people. Through these couple of days, I met one of my best friends, Holly. After this, it was time to move to secondary school. I was really excited but also really nervous because I was going from a school of 50 pupils to one of 2,000. It turns out Holly, who I'd met a few months earlier, was in my form group. Holly and I made friends with 2 other girls in our tutor. Year 7 was really good. We had loads of fun and loved being at school together. In year 8, Holly decided to leave our group because the other girls started to be quite mean. Throughout year 8, I started to notice it too. People started picking on me and making me really unhappy, and so I started to really hate school. However, by this point we had been part of our new church for quite a while, and I had made some really good friends. When I turned 13, I joined the youth group and met 2 of my best friends, Fionn and Josh. Because I hated school so much, church became a place of safety for me. I would look forward to going all week, and quickly decided getting baptised would be my next step in my faith journey. I can't remember too much from school, other than really not enjoying it and struggling to make friends. I was very glad when 2015 came about and I was able to do my GCSEs and leave the school. I moved to a brand new school and started studying childcare through sixth form. This included 2 days a week in a nursery or preschool on placement, which I absolutely loved. My teachers told me that if I got all my work done, I could do a full-time placement, so I worked really hard and got it all done within a year and a half. Then I got a job at a local nursery. I was still loving youth group and church, and had even started leading a few youth sessions with my youth pastor. That summer, some of my friends from youth group and I went to New Wine to serve on team. One day during our week there, we had a big team gathering where they spoke about something called the New Wine Discipleship Year. Effectively, it was a gap year working as an intern in a church. I had no plans for the upcoming academic year and felt God tell me to apply. 2 weeks after I applied, I found myself packing up all my stuff and moving all the way to Leicester. I became an intern at a big city centre Anglican church. I served on the youth and children's team there. There were 5 interns in the church and they quickly became really good friends of mine. Throughout my discipleship year, my faith grew massively. I went through many difficult challenges which really helped me learn about God's love. Although I was already a devoted Christian before the discipleship year, this year really helped me to gain more knowledge and understanding. It was a year of growth, and I can honestly say it completely changed my life. When my year was finished, it became clear that God was calling me into youth ministry. I decided to do a second internship year and moved into a house with 2 other girls who worked at the same church as me. That winter, I met Sam. The next few months were really rough, and so I decided to leave the church the following April. I moved into a small box room in a friend's house in Huntingdon and got a job working in a nursery. In May 2019, Sam and I decided to go to Big Church Day Out. He proposed to me in front of a super posh house. Not long after, I went for a job interview as a youth pastor in a church. There, I met Adrian, Sally and Linda and felt an amazing sense of peace and excitement as I entered the church building. A little while later, I got a phone call from Adrian offering me the job. I was ecstatic. I could start to see how God's plan was coming together. So that September, I packed up all my belongings and moved house again. I started my job the next day, and that's where my story ends for now. God teaches me new things every single day. Love to hear your testimony of how God has worked in your life. Share them with me at abi@gbchurch.org.uk and we can post them on the YouTube channel. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week. Bye!